What is melodic metalcore? In the previous episode, we covered melodic death metal. Melodic metalcore takes a lot of inspiration from melodeath, but puts its own twist on it. Now, delving into what metalcore is exactly is a bit of a rabbit hole that even I didn't do the greatest job of when I attempted to cover the genre broadly. However, the original metalcore sound is a style that is sometimes also referred to as metallic hardcore. A great example of metallic hardcore is the band Hatebreed. Destroy everything! So, melodic metalcore then is essentially a hybrid of metallic hardcore and melodic death metal. Of course, the thing that makes it stand out compared to both of these styles is the use of clean singing. Metallic hardcore rarely employs clean singing, but rather has shouting and screaming. I must destroy everything that tries to live. And melodic death metal, as we know, is full of death metal vocals. Although also frequently has brief spoken word sections, which is something that has carried over to melodic metalcore.
You'll forever be stuck here in eternity. And I believe that I am not alone. Through the machine's vows to cleanse the world's disease. I'm selfish and responsible. I want the credit and I'll take the blame.
The use of clean vocals is incredibly common in melodic metalcore, and is often arranged in what I like to call Jekyll and Hyde vocals. This means that the verses are screamed with harsh metal vocals, and the choruses are sung, clean and melodic-like, in an admittedly emo-ish fashion. This makes melodic metalcore versatile and varied in sound, but can also make the style a bit formulaic at times. That said, I love this Jekyll and Hyde format. I appreciate vocalists who can both sing and scream. 3 examples of pure melodic metalcore are All That Remains, Killswitch Engage, and Bullet for My Valentine. What defines the style instrumentally is mostly the combination of melodies and breakdowns. Breakdowns are what metalcore is most known for, after all. So if you want the TLDR version of this video, melodic metalcore has excessive guitar chugging and emo singing, and melodic death metal does not. The most famous melodic metalcore band is likely Avenged Sevenfold. Waking the Fallen is a melodic metalcore masterpiece, a must for the style. However, after Waking the Fallen, the melodic metalcore elements became more and more diluted in favor of other styles, such as metal and roll, alt metal, and even prog metal. So the melodic metalcore influence is rather faint on City of Evil, the self-titled album, and on Nightmare. And after that, I'd say it's completely absent on Hail to the King, The Stage, and most especially, Life is But a Dream. They change up their sound quite a lot, so take them being a quote-unquote metalcore band with a grain of salt. However, they are indicative of a trend common among melodic metalcore artists, homages to 80s metal. Unleash the Archers blended melodic metalcore with power metal. Escape the Fate blend melodic metalcore with glam metal. And Trivium blended it with some thrash metal, just to name a few examples. Some other melodic metalcore artists that combined multiple styles are The Agonist, who mix in melodic death metal and progressive metal, and Machine Head, mix it with a few different sounds, most notably thrash and groove metal. Basically, any band that uses the Jekyll and Hyde vocals is somewhat melodic metalcore. I should mention that this is different from the Beauty and the Beast style vocals of gothic metal, which typically employs female vocals in contrast with growling. And is also distinct from nu metal vocals, which are quite frankly all over the place.
With the world around me, can't you feel this? Boy!
Jekyll and Hyde vocals are the juxtaposition of pure clean singing and growling and screaming. There are a few exceptions to the rule, of course, but this is usually because of the influence of other metal styles. For instance, Scar Symmetry uses the Jekyll and Hyde vocals, and they are a melodic death metal band, not a melodic metalcore band. But it also has some progressive metal influence, so this is where the clean vocals come from. Likewise, I understand confusion when I call Lamb of God a melodic metalcore band, as they seldom have clean vocals, but it's the influence of groove metal in their sound, which makes the clean vocals very minimal. Most bands are multiple styles thrown together, not just one. People are quick to say that X isn't death metal or Y isn't metalcore, but this is because both bands and their fans get attached to labels and the image associated with them. Metalcore is very uncool among many metalheads, so many will deny metalcore influence in a band that they like, even if it's clearly there. I'm not afraid to say that I love melodic metalcore. I've said in the previous video that melodeath is often considered beginner metal, and if that's the case, then melodic metalcore is baby's first metal genre. But you know what? Not everything has to be super macho all the time. We can just appreciate some good tunes. I know that metalcore is thought of as cringe, especially with band names like Bullet for My Valentine. That certainly doesn't help its image. But is that really that different than a name like Guns N' Roses? And that's a band that purists and boomers alike seem to love. Perhaps what people don't like about this style is its theme. I previously said that the theme of melodic death metal is the struggle and perseverance through adversity, and even described it as romanticized. Melodic metalcore takes romanticizing to another level, as in it's actually about love. Melodic metalcore is about as metal as you can possibly make love songs. Yes, that is the theme of the genre in a nutshell. Romantic love. I know it's a bit of a boring one, but it's what it is. And this is most evident in the more standard bands of the genre. But even with bands where the sound is more diluted, the theme is still somewhat there. Melodic metalcore is about devotion to loved ones, and this can manifest in many different ways besides mere romantic love, such as Avenged Sevenfold singing about their fallen bandmate, or The Agonist singing about their love of animals. But of course, love is cringe, so the genre is considered cringe too. Screwing people and killing them? That's cool. But loving them? That's totally gay, bro. I also suspect that this is why a disproportionate amount of Christian metal bands are also melodic metalcore bands, because their lyrical themes involve professing their love for Jesus, which of course to some is just an extra layer of cringe. But I thought I should mention that. Some examples of these Christian melodic metalcore bands are Demon Hunter, For Today, and As I Lay Dying. I'll throw in a bonus here as well. Melodic deathcore also exists. It's different enough to note, but not worth its own video. So, some bands of this style are Angel Maker, As Blood Runs Black, and Light This City. Melodic deathcore lacks the clean singing and is less love-focused, as you could probably guess, but it is pretty similar sound-wise. just more of a niche subgenre. I think that about covers it. Melodic metalcore was one of the most prominent metal genres of the early 2000s, and despite this, it is often pretty slept on, if not outright hated. When I was first getting into metal, this sound is what metalcore was to me. The current iterations of metalcore are something I'm not quite as interested in. But instead of telling the kids that their music isn't real metalcore and telling them to get off my lawn, I'm glad that we have these subgenre distinctions to make it easier to find the sounds that we are looking for. Next time, we cover melodic black metal. Our acculturation continues as we explore metal's overcomplicated genres.